Hey folks, Scully Nomad here, hope you are well and welcome to my stealth no-build camping setup. At the moment, I'm cooking breakfast. So I'm using my induction hob, but while that's cooking away, let me show you the view. So we are somewhere in Wales and I'm going to go hiking to go and see a waterfall in a little bit. So we're going to go kind of up there. But yeah, let me show you the whole setup. My car is a 2009 Insignia, and basically the kind of setup that I have is a kind of stealth build. So you can see here the windows are tinted, so you can't really see in. In the boot, we've got my coffee machine. With this setup, it allows me to power on coffee machine. So I'm going to make proper coffee.
The coffee machine, the cool box and the power bank I paid my own money for, and I do recommend the products. They are very good. I take my small coffee machine around on roadshows with me. The cool box sometimes comes with me, but mostly on the boat.
And why I've got a coffee with me. But yeah, I'm using the Sage Bambino machine, and the way I've kept the milk cool today is I'm using my Alpicool Tour 45, so it's a fridge freezer which you can run from either the car using the cigarette lighter charger or the battery bank.
At the moment it's being powered by my Bluetti battery bank at the front. You can buy its own battery for it, which is about £100, which I don't think is very fair value. I chose it because it was a lot cheaper than the Dometic version, and this is a dual zone fridge freezer with wheels. Normally I just use my cool bag.
The only thing I brought specifically for this build are these plastic sheets. So they're from IKEA and they're really easy to cut, very thin. But what I've done is I've made window templates, have the purpose so when it's dark and you've got light inside the car you can still see in. So the little blackout blinds, and they just squeeze in at the top here. Now I've left a little bit of a gap, so I've cut them wonky on purpose because they bend out here a little bit, but then I can have the windows open a little bit to stop the condensation. So we've got these Hiko wind deflectors and you can't tell whether the windows are open or not. The other thing I brought was this extension rod. So this just goes in the driver's side. So the extension rod just goes above the grab handles, like so. And then the sheet goes over.
I do move both front seats forward and I do lean them up, which gives me a lot more space in the back. And what the curtain does is it keeps the front looking normal in the evening. It hides the light from the back.
So you see, you can't see the curtain rod in the back or anything. You can't really see the curtain that separates it. You can still see in the front because I've not put the shades on. But you'll just think that it's just a normal car, no one's in here. Right now, you can't see anything in here. Well, here we go. As there's limited access to the power bank here, I use an extension cord which has the USBs on there, and then it will power my induction hob. So I'm going to prepare this breakfast. But while I'm driving, there's two ways you can charge this while you're driving. The one is what you get in the box, which is the 12-volt adapter. Now, it basically runs every hour you're driving, you're charging about 5%, so it only trickle charges. There is an adapter that you can buy for about £200 that powers it from the battery directly. It goes into this little device and then it charges this a lot faster, like you're plugging it in at home.
The all-in-one units can support third-party solar panels, and at the minute I'm trialing it at home. I do have two of these panels which are 435 watts. I'll let you know how it goes, but let's get back to the car.
Here we've got, it's actually a laptop table, which I'll show you in a little bit because I'm going to do a little bit of gaming before we go on a hike.
I did make a video about the 2000 watt hour battery bank and real world test scenarios. Leave the link in the description below for later.
Why do I car camp? I work for event companies, work all over the UK. Most of the time they put me in hotels, so I'm on the road quite a lot. But this kind of cooking setup and the coffee and everything, you know, I don't have a go-to staff room like normal people would at a job, which means a lot of service stations, a lot of meal deals, and you know, it's not a very healthy diet. And I like warm food, and of course it's a little bit more affordable if you're cooking yourself. So for example, I just went to the KFC while on tour for a company, and it's now £12 for a box meal. So effectively like an hour's worth wage to buy KFC. So coffee's now there for service stations, you know, they're like £5 now. So it adds up very quickly. The last time I went car camping was actually in Bristol, and that's because I had 2 days worth of work there on an event. Now, rather than just spending 3 hours doing a round trip, I just thought I'd go and camp instead. But I'll go and explore Bristol. So rather than commuting and either going back to the boat, so I own a 40-foot sailboat over in Cardiff, or going home back in Birmingham, like Bristol's kind of halfway. So I just thought, hey, I'll just camp overnight. So I stealth camped in a Tesco there, and it was a Tuesday night, and they have these bins where you can put clothes for like recycling and like for charity. And people were using these bins till like 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, it's a Tuesday, 2 o'clock in the morning, these people are using these bloody bins. But yeah, proper, it was a bit frustrating because you wouldn't hear them walking up, but you'd hear the metal door slamming. That's what kind of got me to wake up a little bit. One of the good things about this power bank is because you've got the wireless charging on top. So when I'm gaming and I've got my hotspot on, I can just place my phone up and it will start charging. Breakfast is done now. If you keep the pita breads on the top, they'll stay warm. We have this is called shukshula. It's an Israeli dish. Add some salad on there. Usually I'd add a few more different bits and bobs, but you know, I'm cooking in the back of a car after all, so I'm going to eat it straight out of here, save the washing up. And I've just put the wooden board down and then a plastic tray. But yeah, here's the whole thing. And for the bed setup, so I just fold down my seats. If you look close, there's a little robin just there. I have a self-inflating mattress. So by opening this bit, it will suck air in. And you can, if you want to help it along, you can blow in it. And then it's just a case of putting the sleeping bag in. I can actually lie down all the way inside.
I didn't want to put my feet on the mattress because, as you can see, my shoes are dirty. It is a tight fit, but I can fit in there and I can move around once the door's closed. I am saving for a van and donations are very much welcome.
Now that I have the power bank, I can just use the laptop like I would normally at home. And then the keyboard kind of set up, so it's a gaming laptop, got a wireless mouse, and I can access the power bank, which is underneath there, to put the phone on a mobile hotspot, and away we go. And of course I would have those sheets lining the windows, so I have them for the front too.
And the back windows.
Then just like home or the hotels or the boat or wherever I am, I'll go on and I'll use the laptop, and with that new power bank that I've got with the phone on a hotspot, I can use it for hours and hours gaming, no problem. Usually I bring my torch and a microphone with me so I can talk to people on here. Those plastic sheets that I shown you earlier would be on the windows for my evening setup. And then when I'm ready, I can just put the laptop away, and then I can just lie down, and I can do that without getting in and out of the vehicle. But yeah, it might look a little bit small, but you know, for me it works just fine. And 5 minutes later, we are back into normal driving car mode. Well, thanks for watching, thanks for being fans. Let me know what you want to see, and welcome if you subscribe, and thank you if you liked. Beep.